As we know, we've spent a lot of time covering the debate about immigration policy in the U.S. and the protests over its enforcement.
Yeah, but we can't forget about the people and families who've been victimized by criminals who are here illegally. Newsmax crime correspondent Jason Mattera has the part of the story that's not getting enough attention. Take a look.
I don't know how you get past knowing that it didn't have to happen if that person hadn't been here illegally.
The body of Jennifer Boss's daughter, Megan, was found on the property of Jose Luis Mendoza Gonzalez, an illegal alien from Mexico. Authorities say her corpse was dumped in a garbage bin and doused with bleach. Despite the brutality of the alleged crime, an Illinois judge released Mendoza Gonzalez last April after he was arrested. ICE was forced to step in. Another family nearly became the next tragic headline. On January 7th, an 8-year-old girl was reportedly sent to the hospital after a rock smashed through the window of her school bus and fractured her skull. The suspect is Hernando Garcia Morales, an illegal alien from Mexico, who has been living in the sanctuary state of New Jersey. And while that incident was a close call, this one was not. Military veteran Jimmy Friesenhahn was working security at a local bar in May 2025 when he was allegedly shot by Wilmer Vladimir Ruiz Ortega, an illegal alien from Honduras. Jimmy's family now says that he's severely disabled for life.
Outraging about deportations. Where's the outrage for my brother? Where's that outrage? He's just a story to them. How else do we protect ourselves?
That question, how do we protect ourselves, has a clear answer from the Trump administration. Remove people who shouldn't be here in the first place. People like Carlos Antonio Flores Miguel. Federal officials say Flores Miguel is an illegal alien from El Salvador and a convicted rapist who had already been deported. ICE arrested him again in Minnesota on January 20th, despite ongoing obstruction to enforcement operations in the state. But that kind of obstruction is incomprehensible to families left burying their children.
I had to fight so hard to get justice for her because we have these twisted ideological politics that have invaded our safety.
Mark, Charla, it's always difficult to interview families impacted by illegal immigration. They're living through pain that was completely avoidable, and they wish that many of these protesters or agitators would see that reality. Their entire worlds have been turned upside down by people who should not have been in the country to begin with. So when they're watching what's happening in Minneapolis or other progressive enclaves, they see empathy, compassion being directed at the wrong individuals, toward those who caused the pain, not the families left to live with it.
Yeah, it's a story that's not being told enough. You don't hear anything about it, especially on legacy media as well. All right, Jason, thank you for that special report.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.